everybody, it's Chloe Baggins.
I am Bushido.
Bushido?
That's right. That's Mr. Bushido to all of you.
Don't poke anybody's eye out there. Stop.
Welcome back. Today,
we are on, finally, episode 3 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
the Power Broker.
Power Broker.
And yet again, another episode of this amazing series that has instantly turned into a universally loved meme. And who do we owe all that to? The third homie in the trio bromance,
ZEMO.
Mr. Baron ZEMO. Now, before we get into the review of the episode, this is your friendly Bushido public service announcement. Let's not forget what this man did to the Avengers.
Why don't you remind us?
This man assassinated indirectly King T'Chaka, sent Prince T'Challa on his blood-raged vengeance quest to take out Bucky, framed Bucky for the assassination, and then, systematically dismantled the trust and bonds that held the Avengers together. And this guy's just a dude. He's just a guy. He's a guy who lost his family in Sokovia in the events of Age of Ultron. And he just used his wits. He used his brains to take down these superpowered beings.
But he's not like Tony Stark.
He's not Tony Stark rich, but he's rich, but not Tony Stark rich.
Or brain power.
Or brain power. He just dismantled the ties that bind. And now all of a sudden, he's like a bro. He's like one of the homies in the crew.
Yes.
Let's not forget what this man did. He's the only other person to take down the Avengers is Thanos. This is just a dude.
Loki tried.
Loki tried and failed, but ZEMO
succeeded.
And now he's like, I see memes where people are like, why is it weird that I trust ZEMO more than I trust Captain Crunch? And I read that and I'm like, oh, you're right. I do trust ZEMO more than I do Captain Crunch.
So for those of you who have not watched our previous episode, Captain Crunch is the new Captain
The temporary shield holder.
He's so gross.
But again, that's not a knock against the actor. Let's get that clear. He's written so well. I think he's meant to get under our skin because we love Cap so much.
Well, he's everything Cap is.
Yeah, and in that sense, that's a huge testament to his acting ability. We're supposed to not like this guy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
Poor guy had to literally stop his Instagram.
Oh man, his whole social media because these fans that take it too far. Like, look, the man is an actor. This is his job. That means if you hate him that much, he's a good actor. Actor. Come on. He's meant to get under our skin. Anyway, your friendly Bushido public service announcement is now over. Let's get into the episode.
So
it starts off. We gotta talk about.
Are you gonna let me talk at all?
Sorry, let me get this part in. This very commercial for the Global Repatriation Council. It's very 1984 for you scholars out there that read 1984 back in the day. How this organization's gonna just bring everybody back and put life back the way it was and make everything normal again. And rainbow, you can literally hear birds in the commercial. Rainbows and butterflies, and then it cuts to real life and it's like a Gestapo. And then the first person you see when the Gestapo, supposedly good people, come rolling up is Captain Crunch himself. Go ahead. I'm good. I needed to get that 1984 thing out before I forgot. I'll be editing and be like, should have said 1984.
Are you sure?
I'm good. Let's do this. Yeah.
So, John Walker is in search of the lead...
Carly. Of the Flag
Smashers. And he's at a loss.
Yeah, he rolls up to that internet cafe in Germany or in Eastern Europe that helped them in the previous episode. gave the, oh, we have the finest chicken livers and stuff like that, you know, waiting for you.
And he's demanding respect and to get some answers. And they don't give a shit.
Oh, they don't care. Like, yeah, Captain America, whatever. You don't scare us, man. I don't care. You roll up here with your guns and your Gestapo bullshit. I don't care who you think you are. You ain't no Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers never had to roll up like that. Like, he walked in, you're like, oh, shit, that's Captain America.
He never had to say, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? I mean, that dude spat in his face. That's the worst thing you can do, man.
That's gross. Blech. So
he's like, in English, I don't care who you are. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, if the whole world, the post-Thanos world, doesn't care who this man is, that's saying something.
well, that's like he was written that way. So
Yep.
nobody cares who John Walker is. They don't care that John Walker exists. They don't care.
No, but you
at all.
damn well know if that was Steve Rogers that walked in, man, everybody would have been standing on attention. Oh, whoa, Captain Rogers, they went that way. They would not have messed around if Steve walked in.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, that
Oh,
was
yes.
tough. That was tough. You felt kind of bad for the guy. Like, man, you can hate him, but you ain't got to spit in the man's face.
I mean,
That's low.
he's kind of a D-bag.
Yeah.
So he deserved it. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, man.
So he's trying to figure out how they can track down the next
A lead,
step.
yeah.
Anything.
Where are we going now, man?
Where do we find anything? And so, cue the duo, Falcon.
the bromance of the year, man.
Oh my, I think probably the decade.
These guys, man,
Yes.
they're like, they're killing it with the chemistry. It's like, just get married already, man. Y'all got the old married couple bickering back and forth thing going so naturally. Just slap a ring on it. Put some respect on it. Like,
Let's
seriously.
respect. So they go to see ZEMO
Yeah.
in his prison cell. It's just all clear glass because they want to keep an eye on him for...
Hey, man, you took down the Avengers. Shit, you're
Yes.
somebody important.
And so he asks ZEMO, what are you reading? Machiavelli.
Oh, man. And what's creepy, too, is that Zemo comes, like, this close to Bucky, and he's like, he's still in there, isn't he? Winter Soldier, he's still in there. I don't care what therapy bullshit, cut your hair, wearing nice clothes. You still the Winter Soldier in there. I can see. That's creepy. That's scary. That's like the Joker telling Batman that you're a joke. There's nothing, you can't scare me with what you've got.
You don't think that maybe he's just kind of messing with him?
Oh, absolutely. It's a total mind job. But
Yeah.
I think because they have such an intimate past and how he took control of Bucky, I think that's creepy to me. It's like when Christian Bale's beating the hell out of Heath Ledger, he's laughing at him like, you can't do nothing to me. I'm not scared of you. And he knows, like, you no matter what you do, this is who you are. It's like what Isaiah was telling them when they went to his house. You can't choose who you want to be. This is the person you are. You have to live with the shit you've done. That's some deep shit there, man. I hope that plays out. Go ahead. I'm loving the series. You can tell. I'm loving the series.
I couldn't tell.
Oh man. Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, they end up leaving the prison, jail, whatever you want to call it, and Bucky is explaining to him a quote-unquote scenario.
What if this happens?
What if this happens? And what if Zemo were to break out? And they show this what if scenario.
Very Ocean's 11 like.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Sam looks at the door.
And he's like, why are you talking so casually about this? You never talk about anything casually. What are you not telling me? And then boom.
And Zemo walks through the door. And Sam is like, whoa, what the F is going on here?
You're going back to prison, man. And then Bucky's like, no, hey, you backed Steve when he didn't want to sign the Sokovia Accords. I'm asking you to do the same thing for me now. Trust me, we need this guy.
They need this guy. And so they pretty much have him, Zemo, underneath their little Falcon and Winter Soldier thumbs.
They're like, you don't do shit until we tell you to shit. So don't do shit without us telling you.
That's a lot of shit.
And then they're like, and then Buck or Sam's like, oh man, you've been rich this whole time? And finally, we get the Baron Zemo that we all grew up with reading in the comic books. All purple mask and everything. So that's really cool because, you know, in Winter Soldier, you just know that he was a soldier that got caught up in the Age of Ultron final battle. He lost his family.
So yeah, they're in a parking garage full of cars, and Sam thinks that they're gonna hijack the cars, when in all reality, all of these cars belong to Zemo.
No, I know, these are mine, man.
Like, no
these
deal.
are mine, no big deal.
And of course, he has a private
jet
with a butler.
Cracking jokes back and forth.
And if there's any spoiled food, give it to Bucky
give it
and
to Bucky.
Sam.
He's got super soldier serum. He'll digest it. No big deal.
So it's you know, it's kind of like, I want to hate this guy, but I kind of want.
And that's why it's like they're positioning him like, wow, Zemo, you're not such a bad guy. Even again, going back to when Bucky saw him in the prison, he's even like, hey, look, I'm sorry that you were a means to an end for what I was trying to do. It was never personal between you and me.
Which shows that every bad guy has.
Yeah.
There's a flip side to everything.
It's like if you were friends with Thanos before he went on his holy crusade, would you really view him as the bad guy? Every good villain is the hero in his own inner narrative, and it's written so well. And to other people. And to other people. And it plays out so well when it's written good. And the fact that we, the audience, are like, oh, Zemo, you're all right. You kind of like, oh, you took out the Avengers and killed King T'Chaka, but you're cool right now. That's good writing, you know? And you get I'm reminding you guys, he's a bad guy. He's a bad person.
I'm just waiting for him to flip side.
I know. You know he's got some agenda.
Oh, yeah. But he wants what they want right now.
Yeah, so, you know, enemy of my enemy type of thing.
Yes, exactly. So, they go flying. And we kind of learn a little bit about the current bad guys. Carly and her group of flag smashers. Yep. And it turns out that they have a reason for what they're doing as well.
Yeah.
Are
they really bad people?
That's the question.
You know?
You kind of feel sorry for them because what they are is they are displaced after the blip brings people back. They kind of just reappeared and they have nowhere to go. So they're in these camps trying to figure out their place in the world, and they're just trying to feed all these children who had nothing before, and they came back and they have even less now.
Like if you take a look at the things they've done, what have they done? They've stolen vaccines, they've stolen food, they've stolen supplies.
Very Robin Hood-esque.
Yeah, even the guy, the cafe owner, the internet cafe owner, called him Robin Hood. They're taking from the rich and giving to the poor, to the needy. And it's like, apply that to our real life, in our real world. Say, you know, there's a pandemic. What if the government is hanging on to the vaccines? And then a group goes in and steals the vaccine and gives it to the people. Are they really bad people? So we're kind of stuck in a gray area, and that's cool.
Is it?
I think so, until she crosses the line. She let those people die in that explosion.
She did. She told them. She could have just let them live.
Just tied up.
And she told them, you know, you were sitting on 6 months worth of food here, just letting it spoil.
And there's people out there suffering.
And so she closes the door, they walk out, and she blows up her own vehicle and kills all the people that she left. Yeah, the explosion was so powerful,
it went inside the building. And so I think that's her turning point into villain.
Well,
at that point.
Yeah. I mean, he even asked, he was like, Carly, there was people
alive they're just doing their job, right?
But what she says is very important. I don't know if you caught this. Mm-hmm. She said that this is the only language they speak.
Yeah. So now they probably take us seriously. Who knows?
Fight fire with fire, right?
Yep. And the only thing that happens is the world gets burned down in the process.
Ugh, I would want to be the water, personally,
yeah.
Not fire.
So now we kick back to the trio of the bromance. And they are in Madripoor. And for the initiated, Madripoor is a fictional city that takes place in the adventures of the X-Men.
It is an X-Men based city. It's not real. It's it's real in the Marvel universe.
Right. It's Even though the Falcon and Captain America stories, Winter Soldier, everything take place in a grounded reality that we can relate to, it's cool that they can just position this fictional city in a realistic setting. Yeah. Now I would be more excited if I wasn't bonered by fake Quicksilver in WandaVision. I'd be more excited now. But since that
was just a
tease, I'm just going to say, hey, it's Madripoor. There's a lot of X-Men stuff that goes on there, and let's see if X-Men stuff happen. Other than that, I'm good. I'm not going to be bonered again.
I don't think, here's my thought. I don't think, one, you should be using that word.
That was his name, was Boner. I was bonered. I don't appreciate being bonered.
Two.
Don't boner me.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Two, I think that what Kevin Feige and they're doing is sprinkling a little bit of X-Men dusts all over these television shows. Then I think it's going to be in one of the movies, it's going to be like bam in your face, and they're not going to tell anybody. But I think this is kind of their way of, you know, making it more, they're giving us just a little bit to chew on. And have these conversations of what ifs, and, you know, get excited or be skeptical, see what happens. And I mean, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, but it makes the most sense because it's like, you know, would we be as excited if it was just, they just kind of just like mushed everything together? It's, you know,
it's good to have a build up. Yeah, they went to the bar and they had to prove that they were who they were.
Sam is supposed to be
the laughing tiger.
And he thinks he is dressed ridiculously, but in all reality, he looks quite handsome.
Yeah, even ZEMO's like, dude, only an American would think that a fashion forward black dude is a pimp. You look good, man. You look good.
I thought that was a great suit.
Yeah, not a lot of people can pull off that suit.
No, but you know, Sam is very handsome, and I thought he looked very good in those, and I liked the necklaces, and it was just really cool. And Bucky has to go in to play a role,
and the role is
to become what he was trying so hard not to be.
And oh man, when he has to play that role, man, and they play the creepy Winter Soldier theme in the background, and he's just taking out guy after guy in the bar. Even Sam is like, holy shit, man.
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Yeah,
ZEMO was right.
ZEMO's right, man.
There's a little bit still in there.
Oh, it's more than a little bit, I think.
I think there's a lot, but I think he's trying very hard to fight it.
Yeah, he's trying to move. You can tell he's really torn. He's trying to move forward, but he's stuck in a situation where he has no choice but to go back there.
He spent the last 90 years, like he said,
from one
fight
battle to another.
Exactly. And so they're talking to Selby, and Selby looks at Sam, and she's like, "You're taller than I am, or than they told you out to be." And then she goes,
yes.
Favorite part. So all of a sudden, Sam's cell phone goes off, and it's his sister.
Even Bucky's like, man.
ZEMO was like, shit,
we're gonna die.
And Sam's trying to play it off like he is just
like, I'm gonna have that banker killed and blah blah blah, and then sister's yelling about Cheerios,
and then all of a sudden Selby is like, this is not who they say they are, kill them.
Yeah, then she's taken out, and we don't know who took her out.
So they go running out, and everyone it's very John Wick style, where it says Selby dead, bounty.
Oh yeah, they did go John Wick with that, huh? Yeah.
Bounty of, like, I don't know if it was a Bitcoin or a billion.
It was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money.
Could be Madripoor money.
Whatever it was a lot of money. And so the bounty is for our trio, our unexpected trio.
Yeah.
And so
although they meet up with Miss Sharon Carter,
Cap's
Cap's niece,
ex-girlfriend,
make out. Oh man, I just can't do the math on that one.
Yeah, it hurts my head.
But it's kind of crazy when you hear what happened to Sharon after the fact. This poor girl was branded enemy of the state. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, you're Agent Carter's niece.
How did that not get
flexed? How could you not have flexed that? Like, yo, look who my aunt is. Okay, she raised me. I did the right thing by helping Captain America out.
With my tongue.
And And you're gonna brand me any way they say. So she's all jaded. She's like, "Oh, stars and stripes, bullshit. Cap's the best friend. Oh, that's the superhero thing is crap." And Bucky's like, "Wow, she's kind of awful now.
Yeah.
This lady is just not happy." So they have to strike a deal. And Sam's like, "Hey, I will do what I can to get you cleared of what you did to help us out."
So fast forward a little bit, she ends up taking them to a shipping
Like a shipping yard, yeah, where shipping containers are held.
And inside one of those shipping containers is Dr. Nagel.
The man who has synthesized the new, I still call it a knockoff super soldier serum. It was synthesized from the compounds taken from Isaiah when he was held in prison. He was able to isolate the super soldier serum particles from his blood. He says perfected, no clunky machines, no jacked up body. I'm like, why wouldn't you want a Captain America body? I'm like, you're going to give me a super soldier serum. I want to look like Captain America. I don't want to be all under the radar.
And shiny.
Yeah.
So what was actually interesting is he said he perfected it right before the blip. So he then disappeared and came back and he literally had to start from scratch. And so this is kind of where we're at now.
But all the super soldier serum, all of it was taken by Carly.
Only 20 vials.
20 vials. So whatever's left over from what she didn't give to her group of flag smashers. So I'm guessing Sam is going to get 1 vial. He has to, man. How can you throw the shield like that? There's no way. But I still think it's still not, in my perception, it's still not a pure form of the serum that Steve got.
No.
Nobody's gonna get that. It's still
Bucky did.
It's like back in the 80s when you're copying VHS tapes. You have the one you get from the rental company or from the video store, the mom and pop video store, and it looks the best. And then you make a copy of it. You got the movie, but it's not as crisp as the one you got from the mom and pop.
And then you make a copy
and then you make a copy of the copy, and the visual and sound fidelity gets lower and lower and lower the more you make a copy. Same thing that I think with this serum. It's not the original one that Steve that they ingested into Steve. It's like injected into Steve. It's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. There's got to be flaws there.
Yes, absolutely. And that's it's very mind-boggling to actually think about where it's at in that in that timeline. And how potent is it?
How long does it last?
Yeah.
Because Isaiah is an old man.
And he's still a pretty ripped.
But I mean, if you take a look at Steve, it took Steve 200 years to look like an old man.
Who's to say he didn't still have the strength, though?
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, just from the look of him. You know what I mean? He clearly still had the strength when he threw the tin can into the wall.
Yeah, but that was Isaiah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So anyway, inquiring minds want to know.
And I mean, again, that's testament to good writing because you're throwing all these scenarios out. I hope Sam gets a vial of the super serum. He needs it. You know what I mean?
He's pretty fearless already, so I think it would be kind of cool to see.
But at this point in the story, even though I don't think it'll happen, I kind of hope Bucky's the one that gets the shield at the end. I hope that's the twist. Is that we're thinking it's going to be Sam the whole time, but maybe it's Bucky. Bucky's the one that's on a redemption journey. The whole time, it's all about Bucky trying to conquer his demons, trying to move on. He's the one that still looks at the shield as a good thing. They're talking after the Magipur episode in ZEMO's jet. Sam's like, I should have destroyed it. And Bucky's like, that shield saved how many people?
That shield means a lot to a
lot of, not just World War II, but the damn universe that shield saved. He's like, if you're going to destroy it, I'm going to take it from Captain Crunch myself. You know what I mean? So I know it's not going to happen, but if Bucky got if just to blow us away out of left field, that Bucky gets the shield, I'm all for it.
Well, in the comic books, don't they both become Captain America?
Not at the same time, but
along the way.
Yeah, along the way.
They take turns.
Yeah. So, and plus, Bucky has a real super soldier serum, so I could see him throwing that shield left and right.
What would he be called?
Captain America.
No, but when we like to combine names, I think he would be called Captain Soldier.
Captain Bucky?
Captain Soldier sounds better.
Okay, Captain Soldier.
Captain Soldier.
So anyway, what would you rate the episode?
I really, really liked this episode. I did have a question though at the end because the niece, Sharon, got picked up.
Oh yeah.
Very conveniently.
Yeah, after all these assassins went after her.
Yeah.
Sharon can throw down, man. That's a bad woman right there.
Yeah.
That's an Ellen Ripley right there.
She looked cute doing it. Who was picking her up? And also, is she flipping sides?
Who knows, man? She's been living, in Madripoor since Winter Soldier, or Civil War.
Yeah, she's very, pessimistic now, too. So, that left me with a few questions, but I'm sure they'll all get answered over the next couple of episodes. So, I think I would probably rate this. It was funny. It was interesting. It kept me just wanting to know more. I think it was a good length. Obviously, it could never be long enough. Endgame wasn't long enough for me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I would rate this 10 out of 10.
Wow. Nice.
I really liked it. I loved when ZEMO was doing his uncle dance.
Oh, his uncle dance. He got the like every Asian uncle at an Asian wedding. I'm Asian, so I can say this. They got one move. And they do that same move all night long. And every time they do it, it's like a magic trick. Oh.
And then also I really liked when ZEMO picked them up in the supercharged sports car.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sam gets in the back and Bucky is in the front and he tells him, "You're not going to move your seat up, are you?" Because Sam did the same thing to Bucky.
Oh, that was so funny,
in
man.
the Beetle. So
the little tiny Captain America mobile.
Yeah, it was, it's cool because if you've been watching all these shows from the beginning, you get all these little insights.
Yeah.
And it's fun to be a part of. So definitely 10 out of 10 Baggins for me.
That's cool.
What about you?
I would give it 10 out of 10 Bagginses as well. Like she said, the show or the episode really had a good combination of everything and kept the plot going at a steady, strong, quick pace. It's like you really want to know what happens next. And the chemistry, man, the chemistry with these guys is hilarious. Even in the middle of a shootout, they're still bickering with each other. And that, I love those buddy cop movies from the 80s and 90s, man. So I am...
Romance.
Yeah, man, just kiss each other already or something. Damn. Let the tension out. My goodness. But it was a really good episode. I loved it. I hope... I wouldn't mind if Bucky got the shield. I think he should. He's the one that has the more interesting character journey in this series. So...
You don't think Sam deserves it?
I don't know. I mean, I think we all know it's going to go to Sam, but just listening to the characters react in the scenarios that are in. Sam has how many times? First of all, he already gave it away. He keeps defending why he gave it away. It's like, dude, if Captain America bestows upon you the symbol of symbols to inspire the world is no longer about you. I'm sorry, you're not Sam Wilson no more. You are Captain America. This man chose you and you threw it away. I'm kind of on Bucky's side with that. You know what I mean?
Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I'm on Bucky's side. Dude, how could you do that? That was everything to Steve. And, no matter, even in spite of everything that Bucky's been through, all the trauma he's done, killing people under mind control, he still believes in good. And his moral compass is clearly that shield. And he knows, he's been with Steve the longest. From World War II on. Yeah. When they were kids growing up in Brooklyn. That's why it's like, dude, that means everything to me. I will take that shield from Captain Crunch before I let you destroy it. I would love to see that scene unfold.
I would take care of your hot toys if you bestowed them to me.
That's about over 400 figures, but okay.
I would take them badly.
So It's an amazing episode. I give it 10 out of 10. You know, this series has just been killing it from the get-go. So, with all that said,
make sure you like, subscribe, follow us, whatever you need to do. We're on Instagram and TikTok, Baggins and Bushido. I don't think he does it right when you put it on. It's Baggins and Bushido spelled out. Like this.
like that.
And as always,
Be good to yourself and to those around you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and no matter what, be excellent to each other.
and Wakanda forever.
And ever. Yeah.